This is the story of economic geography. As a diverse subdiscipline within geography, there is not one single definition that can capture its entirety. Dr. Roberta Hawkins, a professor at the University of Guelph and expert in the field, explains that economic geography today involves thinking about it as interconnected with all kinds of other processes and not just economic ones. To define economic geography, we will tell the story of its evolution through its connections to historical, political, and environmental geography. First, historical and current trends observed in economic geography are rooted in colonialism. Beginning in the 16th century, the Atlantic slave trade shaped the distribution of economic activity throughout the world when millions of enslaved African people were transported to European colonies. This allowed the dominant colonial countries to increase production, aiding the development of their national economies while expanding their global import and export markets. This created an unequal division of economic wealth and power between the global north and the global south, a phenomenon also known as core versus periphery. The political economy perspective states that the evolution of places is conditioned by their positions within the territorial divisions of labor, meaning that the current and former European colonies will continuously hold more influence within the global economy. A big influence from these core countries was neoliberalism. In favor of free market capitalism and little government involvement, neoliberal policies are meant to change the nature of labor with the goal of profit maximization. The capitalist economy has become so normalized that it has created an illusion that other forms of economy are inferior. This has resulted in a trend of deregulation of labor standards and creation of free zones and sweatshops, further contributing to the uneven distribution of wealth within borders. To identify these spatial differences in the accumulation of wealth, it's important to analyze global and regional commodity chains. Due to neoliberal policies, the beginning of supply chains have producers and manufacturers that are paid very little, while large retailers profit the most. The unawareness that consumers have for where their products come from and how they are made has led to overconsumption and a need to balance economic and environmental concerns. Naomi Klein, Canadian author and activist, states that our economic system and our planetary system are now at war. Consuming the Earth's resources at an alarming rate has caused the climate crisis, global warming. Yet why don't we act now to save the future? The pain theory, invented by Harvard psychologist Daniel Gilbert, states that people choose not to deal with issues unless they are personal, abrupt, immoral, or happening now. The world has prioritized the economy rather than the environment. So what is economic geography? Economic geography describes and explains the economic processes and actions that occur in diverse spaces and places which can be historically, politically, or environmentally driven. Why should you care? Economic geography affects each and every one of us through globalization. It takes the complex world we live in and makes it easier to understand its processes, its interconnectedness, and its people. That is the story of economic geography.